Song of Songs from the Darby translation, Chapter 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine, and thine ointments savour sweetly. Thy name is an ointment poured forth, therefore do the virgins love thee. Draw me, we will run after thee. The King hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in thee. We will remember thy love more than wine. They love thee uprightly. I am black but comely, daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me. My mother's children were angry with me. They made me keeper of the vineyards. Mine own vineyard have I not kept. Tell me, thou whom my soul loveth, where thou feedest thy flock, where thou makest it to rest at noon. For why should I be as one veiled beside the flocks of thy companions? If thou know not, thou fairest among women, go thy way forth by the footsteps of the flock, and feed thy kids beside the shepherd's booths. I compare thee, my love, to a steed in Pharaoh's chariots. Thy cheeks are comely with bead rows, thy neck with ornamental chains. We will make thee bead rows of gold with studs of silver. While the king is at his table, my spikenard sendeth forth its fragrance. A bundle of myrrh is my beloved unto me. He shall pass the night between my breasts. My beloved is unto me a cluster of henna flowers in the vineyards of En-gedi. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair, thine eyes are doves. Behold, thou art fair, my beloved, yea, pleasant. Also our bed is green. The beams of our houses are cedars. Our rafters are cypresses. Chapter 2. I am a narcissus of Sharon, a lily of the valleys. As the lily among thorns, so is my love among the daughters. As the apple tree among the trees of the wood, so is my beloved among the sons. In his shadow have I rapture, and sit down, and his fruit is sweet to my taste. He hath brought me to the house of wine, and his banner over me is love. Sustain ye me with raisin cakes, refresh me with apples, for I am sick of love. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand doth embrace me. I charge you, daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles or by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up nor awake my love till he please. The voice of my beloved, behold, he cometh, leaping upon the mountains, skipping upon the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle or a young hart. Behold, he standeth behind our wall. He looketh in through the windows, glancing through the lattice. My beloved spake and said unto me, Rise, my love, my fair one, and come away. For behold, the winter is past, the rain is over, it is gone. The flowers appear on the earth, the time of singing is come, and the voice of the turtle dove is heard in our land. The fig tree melloweth her winter figs, and the vines in bloom give forth their fragrance. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away, my dove, in the clefts of the rock, in the covert of the precipice. Let me see thy countenance, let me hear thy voice. For sweet is thy voice, and thy countenance is comely. Take us the foxes, the little foxes that spoil the vineyards. for our vineyards are in bloom. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He feedeth his flock among the lilies, until the day dawn and the shadows flee away. Turn, my beloved, be thou like a gazelle or a young hart upon the mountains of Bether. Chapter 3. On my bed in the nights I sought him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. I will rise now and go about the city, in the streets and in the broad ways will I seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me. Have ye seen him whom my soul loveth? Scarcely had I passed from them when I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go, until I had brought him into my mother's house, and into the chamber of her that conceived me. I charge you, daughters of Jerusalem, by the gazelles or by the hinds of the field, that ye stir not up nor awake my love till he please. Who is this, she that cometh up from the wilderness, like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchant? Behold his couch, Solomon's own. 80 mighty men are about it, of the mighty of Israel. They all hold the sword, experts in war. Each hath his sword upon his thigh, because of alarm in the nights. King Solomon made himself a palanquin of the wood of Lebanon. Its pillars he made of silver, its support of gold, its seat of purple. The midst thereof was paved with love by the daughters of Jerusalem. Go forth, daughters of Zion, and behold King Solomon with the crown wherewith his mother crowned him, in the day of his espousals, and in the day of the gladness of his heart. Chapter 4. Behold, thou art fair, my love. Behold, thou art fair. Thine eyes are doves behind thy veil. Thy hair is as a flock of goats on the slopes of Mount Gilead. Thy teeth are like a flock of shorn sheep which go up from the washing, which have all borne twins, and none is barren among them. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet, and thy speech is comely. As a piece of pomegranate are thy temples behind thy veil. Thy neck is like the tower of David, built for an armoury. 1,000 bucklers hang thereon, all shields of mighty men. Thy 2 breasts are like 2 fawns, twins of a gazelle, which feed among the lilies. Until the day dawn and the shadows flee away, I will get me to the mountain of myrrh, and to the hill of frankincense. Thou art all fair, my love, and there is no spot in thee. Come with me from Lebanon, my spouse, with me from Lebanon. Come look from the top of Amana, from the top of Senir and Hermon, from the lions' dens, from the mountains of the leopards. Thou hast ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse. Thou hast ravished my heart with one of thine eyes, with one chain of thy neck. How fair is thy love, my sister, my spouse! How much better is thy love than wine, and the fragrance of thine anointing than all spices! Thy lips, my spouse, drop as the honeycomb. Honey and milk are under thy tongue, and the smell of thy garments is like the smell of Lebanon. A garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse. A spring shut up, a fountain sealed. Thy shoots are a paradise of pomegranates, with precious fruits. Henna with spikenard plants, spikenard and saffron. Calamus and cinnamon with all trees of frankincense. Myrrh and aloes with all the chief spices. A fountain in the gardens, a well of living waters which stream from Lebanon. Awake, north wind, and come thou south, blow upon my garden, that the spices thereof may flow forth. Let my beloved come into his garden, and eat its precious fruits.